Hey everyone, it's Joshua. Let's get a general reading on the collective energy and find out who is in your contact field. Please remember, these messages are timeless. And please follow your own intuition during these general audio readings. So I have to tell you about this. I was watching a video today. I had a brief moment for a break and I put something on and I noticed immediately. You know when numbers are trying to catch your attention, they're almost pulling you magnetically in a certain direction. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. This situation for me, my eyes were immediately drawn to 222 thumbs up, 111 comments, and at the time, my Chrome browser I was using to pull up YouTube to watch this particular video was using 444 megabytes of memory for that page. And that displays on any tab you have open, depending on what browser you use. But Chrome will display that if you opt for that to show. So I thought, oh, interesting, 222, 111, and 444. And later, I encountered 55555. I know. Let's break this down. 222 under thumbs up. If you've been seeing any of these numbers, this message may resonate for you. But 222 thumbs up, you've made a decision recently. I'm feeling that went well. You did well. You passed the test. You made the right decision. You did something properly that's keeping you on the right path because 55555 talks about being on the right path. We'll get to that in a second. So there's a decision you made recently that went well, and your spirit team and the divine is giving you the thumbs up. Good job. Good decision. I knew you'd pass this test. We talked about this, I believe, in the previous session. So some of you might have felt like there was a test coming up. Well, you passed. Good job. 111, 111 in the comments section. Well, guess what? 111 talks about your alignment, talks about being in the right path, talks about you being in alignment for abundance. It talks about self-confidence and belief. 111 in comments is your spirit team or the divine. They have a lot to say. They're proud of you, and what they have to say is in alignment with your path. And that follows 222 because the decision you made has got them talking. It's got everyone talking. These comments are a good thing. Not all gossip and talk is bad. There are good things to say that are going around. And this time I have good news to report that there is something good going around about you or this decision you made or this growth. Because while we have our karmics and ops, there are people that are supporting us and there are people that believe in us. And your team, your divine, your spirit team believes in you. So 111 for comments is a really good sign. I believe that's good talk and gossip in alignment with what you're doing that favors your recent decision. 444 memory usage. Now this is interesting because 444 talks about divine guidance, being in the right place at the right time, trusting your intuition, trusting the process. But what's really interesting about this is it was under the category of memory usage for my browser. So 444 could talk about this foundation you've built is going to be a lasting foundation or something that's going to create a lot of memories. Now, I know that sounds very cheesy on the forefront. You're like, wait, that's not really dissecting it too deep. But I don't feel like it's got to go deeper than that. And here's what I mean by this. The foundation you've laid, the decisions you've made, and the tests you've overcome have brought you this lasting foundation on which you'll create the lasting, joyous, most positive, best memories of your life. No matter what age you're at, there's always good memories to make. It doesn't matter how old you are. So to me, it talks about there are always good memories to make. There are more adventures coming up. There are more great memories to create and make that you're going to experience and live through. So those numbers tie in together because 555 55555 talks about you being on the right path. It talks about you maintaining your integrity, if you will, and keeping, how do I say this? instinctually following your intuition and knowing to follow your intuition, even when all signs on the outside were pointing in different directions. I hope that made sense because I'm trying to voice this the best I can. But what I'm feeling is many of you were struggling against what seemed like a facade or some type of mirage where maybe what you were feeling inside or the decision you recently made that was a thumbs up, you maybe felt like the environmental factors around you, maybe people, the place you live, the weather, anything that was outside of you was maybe influencing you or causing fear for you to make a certain decision or for you to try and maintain, again, your integrity to pass a certain test. But the feeling I'm getting is that not only did you pass this test, but that you maintained the path you're supposed to be on. That uncomfortable feeling where everything else was kind of telling you maybe you need to go in this direction, but you alone, that light in the dark, trusting your intuition and going the other direction, the direction you knew to go in. Well, the 222 positive thumbs up is a good decision, good choice. You did the right thing. As uncomfortable as it was, that was the test. That's what I'm feeling to tell someone that's watching this. Someone's going to resonate with this. You made the right choice and you went in the right direction. And that was part of the test. Can you maintain that integrity, that faith, that belief in yourself, the divine, your spirit team to keep guiding you in the right direction even when it feels awkward or uncomfortable, even when the lights go out around you or the voices are telling you, no, go in this direction. This is what's best for you. You trusted your intuition and you went in the right direction. So someone needs to hear that. 55555, you're on the right path. And for many of you, my light workers, those in the collective, 55555 talks about manifestation and abundance. It's coming in. The change that's coming in for many of you is what you've been manifesting, dreaming about, bringing down to this reality. It's coming in. That's what I've been feeling. Let's confirm some of this with audio messages. We're going to jump into the audio portion and also find out who is in your contact field. Here we go. Did I hear Ian? We get that name a lot, Ian. Let's get this above the computer monitors where there's a lot of electromagnetic interference. They're talking about it. Didn't I just, that was radio bleed, but that's relevant to the reading. We talked about earlier, there's good talk about you. We heard a male voice say, talking about it. There's good things being said about you in this decision and this growth. There are good things that people talk about. Not everything is rumors or bad. All right, stand by really quick. Visit. Collective Consciousness Source. Thank you for this opportunity. Do you have any numbers for the collective right now, please? 9. We heard 9. End of a phase, new adventures are coming. We heard 9 right away. Your abundance is lined up. It's coming. Trust the process. Trust your intuition. What are the numbers, please? 30. We got 30. That's excellent. 30 talks about self-expression, growth, joy. I heard spirit. 30 talks about you maintaining that inner peace and self-expression. I heard Lisa. That could be Tech Lisa. 30 talks about you being guided by your ascended masters as well. 7, spiritual intuition, intelligence, and guidance. 7 is a very spiritual number, and you are ascending spiritually. I heard 8. End of a phase, karma, abundance is coming in, material and spiritual for many of you. Call. We're calling now, please. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for 30 and 7 and 9. I heard Kimball. Kimball. That could be a last name, Kimball. Any other numbers for the collective right now, please? Discipline. You're being asked to maintain discipline right now during this time. Don't take your foot off the gas. I'm feeling this right now, and I'm getting chills. Do not take your foot off the gas. You're being congratulated. Good things are being said, but now's not the time to stop. Double down. Keep that fire going. Any other numbers for the collective right now, please?
9.
We heard 9 again. You guys, trust your intuition. Trust the process here. Your abundance is coming in. There's endings that are finally closing, and there's new adventures coming in. Thank you for these numbers. Potential. You have great potential. This new phase coming in is going to bring a great potential for you. Any astrological signs this message is for, please, in the collective right now? 3. Your ascended masters are with you. Stay in that position of manifestation and creation, self-expression, and joy and love. Let's move to some names. You know who's going to watch this video in the future. Who is this message for in the collective right now watching this video, please? Who is this message for, please? I said, be careful. I'm on a kitchen step stool. Yes. 5. We talked about 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You're on the wings of change. You're a manifestation monster, or does that? I meant that as a good way. A magnet. Your manifestations are coming in. Manifestation monster. That'd be a good T-shirt, right? Manifestation monster. It's like a punk band or a rock band or something. Oh, excuse me. Well, excuse me here for messing everything up. Not happy. Hi. Richard. Can we have some names for the collective? Who is this message for, please? Higher. Do we have any names for who this message is for? Frankie?
No.
Who is this message for, please? Cat? I heard cat. K, like K-A-T, short for 99. 99 is a powerful number about cycles ending, new cycles beginning, trusting the process and your intuition. Abundance is coming in. I'm feeling this big. I'm feeling this 7. That's very spiritual for many of you, ascending and growing, reaching these new levels. New information unlocking. Big 3s we've got in this reading. A lot of creativity from the collective consciousness from source being unlocked to you. Respectfully, with love. Do you have any names for those in the collective, please? This message is for?
Fifty-one.
51. That's change leading you to calling back your power into a new phase of balance and harmony. And that totals to 6, which talks about similar aspects as well. 80. there's there's a karmic phase that's ending for many of you that was already written in stone that you had to go through, and it's ending, but it's part of your karmic cycle. But abundance is coming in because of this, and I'm feeling again many of you it's spiritual. It could be material as well.
For years now.
It could be things you've manifested that will be appearing. Night? We're still here. We're not saying goodnight yet. My nose keeps itching. I apologize. Again, any names in the collective this message is for, please. I heard Juan. We got Kat earlier. Gray? Juan. We heard Juan twice. First said by a male voice, then second said by a female voice.
Okay.
Paul.
Just see.
Helen?
Inside.
Did I hear Helen? Aaron? That faded in strangely. I can't confirm that name. Pam. We get that name a lot. Two. And 222 was talked about with thumbs up. You've made good decisions. Continue to make good decisions. You're being called to stay aware, even though you're being congratulated for passing a test. 40. New levels bring new challenges, and 40 talks about being in the right place at the right time. You're divinely guided. You've built your foundation. But you're being asked to maintain this strength and foundation going forward. Any other names besides Juan, Kat? I think I heard Harry and Bob. I didn't bring those up because they were too faint. But those, because those names may mean something to you if they're not your names. Stephen, we hear that a lot. There could be people in your life. Okay, let's move forward. Lastly, who is in the contact field of the collective right now, please? Any names that those in the collective might know by the tone of their voice or their name? Heaven. That wasn't seven. They said heaven. Spirit. My last question usually involves spirit using frequency to bring forth family and friends that have made the transition. Your loved ones. Robert. Okay, they're bringing names through. Thank you, Spirit. We heard Robert from a male voice. You may recognize that male voice. More names, please. Thank you. Willard, male voice Willard. Hi, Willard. Tootie. Amon. No, they're there. Hold on, stand by. They're coming through. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There. Can you bring through the names, please? Come on. Hold on. Any other names, please? There we go. Patient. They said patient. We're being asked to wait a moment. Getting a little bit of radio bleed. Stand by. Please help. How can we help you? Any more names you'd like to bring through, Spirit? Was that Tess? Gabby? Lewis said quietly. Etavo. Are there any other names that would like to come through for the collective, please? Hang up. They usually tell us to hang up, and that's usually it. Could be for many reasons. Thank you for this opportunity. We love you. We're very grateful. If we get that early in the session, usually it's a joke or being pranked. If we get it towards the end, usually it's an energy depletion issue on several levels. We love you. We're going to count this down. And it sounds like towards the end of the session, there was some energy loss there, right? Like if the bottom dropped out of it a little bit. Thank you very much. We're grateful. 5, 4, 3, 2. Someone said 2. 1. Thank you. Bye. We might have heard 3 there right at the end. That was really interesting. Uh-oh. A little static in the line. Yeah, it's really interesting. Sounds like we kind of lost some momentum there towards the end, or some energy depletion. I heard patient, and then I heard a female say busy, and I didn't bring it up, but it was actually quite loud. It was probably documented very well on the replay of this video. I thought I heard a female voice say busy, and then we heard patient, and then we heard hang up. And usually, again, when I hear hang up towards the end of a session, I usually know that's more of a genuine uh, call to hang up the call, if you will, rather than when it's said earlier on, when it's said kind of jokingly. Sometimes I hear it early on, hang up, and then I hear a ha ha ha, like a laugh or a joke. And I know that's more of a tease compared to the end when hang up is just, there's something else going on here. And I don't want to ramble off onto a different tangent of what those variables could be at the time. But again, there's a depletion there. And they clearly let us know, hang up, we're done. And I do not edit these videos, so I don't just show you the good parts. I show you everything about this from beginning to end, and I just leave it as is to show you the reality of how this works, or at least how it works for me. Now, we got some amazing numbers. We got the numbers 3, again, telling you to stay in that self expression, that creativity, continue to stay in that inner peace and harmony that you have, that you're using to manifest these changes coming in, these 55555 changes coming in. We heard 5 several times. We also heard the number, we heard 30, we heard 40. We also heard the number 7, which I believe for many of you, this change has to do with a spiritual growth, a spiritual ascension, sometimes of maybe for some of you, some type of growth with your spiritual abilities, maybe your knowledge, maybe your awareness. I can't tell you what that is for you, only you will know, but I'm just kind of trying to shed some light of what these possibilities could be. But I'm definitely getting the feeling it has a lot to do with your spiritual intellect and intuition. And also, again, we talked about the number 3. We did get the number 51, which is interesting because that talks about change that's leading you or keeping you in alignment, that's keeping you on your path or towards your path. So the change that's coming is necessary, but it is keeping you on course and on path. And that also leads a connection to 55555, which is really just great news. I'm excited. I'm getting goosebumps for you because whoever this message is for, not only do you have growth coming up, but I think it has something to do or directly do with what you are manifesting, right? So what you've been manifesting, wishing for, working hard toward, which sometimes in the back of your head you're like, really, is this going to work out? Is this relationship going to pan out, or is this work career or this opportunity going to work out, or I don't know, but the other 99.9% of you is working hard and believing and doing your work and manifesting. I want you to know that that little percentage in the back of your head can disappear because it's going to come in. It's going to manifest big because 5 5s is really great news because it does mean you're on the right path. And it's a path that you're partly destined for, even though we have free will to control that and change fate possibly. It's something that is already in alignment for you, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good for you, your growth, your learning. And even from a bird's eye view later in life, I believe for many of you, this is a time you'll look back on with kind of magic and wonder and just be so grateful to see how you moved through a transition of your life and to see how things worked out for you and to see how what you were manifesting and wishing for actually did come true and pan out. I believe this will be a moment in time you'll look back on with gratitude and kind of that wonder and magic. So I'm very excited for whoever this message is for. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, and especially your consideration. I'm very grateful for you considering this type of read. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.